when I think about that, sometimes I think about just dropping the combat training altogether. Sometimes I think about just completely disassociating myself with any type of combat training and just kind of focus on spiritual development and fitness development and just health. Because many times I see that the combat training can be just twisted in ways of where it's ended up being, it ends up becoming used for in the wrong ways and for things that could harm society more than it can benefit society. So I'm still coming to grips, and deciding, which way I want to go. But at the same time, I think the martial art aspect of it, the artfulness of the combat training, it is beautiful in the sense of where you got some of these martial art movies, such as a movie that I just saw right today is, again, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and the movies like Fearless and Hero, where it's really showing the true, like, art behind the martial art. I see a lot of beauty in it, but with that expression of beauty, it could be, it could be taken and used in the wrong ways and to create worse for society in a way. So, that's something that I've been thinking about, and really I think that if anything, if I could use that combat expression to lead people towards a better way, a more peaceful way, then that would be one of the ideal reasons to express the combat. I understand your views on teaching privately rather than publicly. I believe that teaching publicly is not for everybody. There is a lot of negatives to it. Obviously, there are positives, which may be pretty obvious, but there are a lot of negatives to it as well. And a lot of times, we don't value our privacy until we've lost our privacy. And with the world the way it is today, with all this technology, more and more of our privacy is being taken away from us. And we're heading to a phase of society of where we will start to see like how our lives can be very strongly negatively affected by us losing our right to privacy. So, going public with teaching is not necessarily like the route. Definitely, I'd say it's not for everybody. And if it is for you, it should just come natural without any effort on your part. It should just come natural that this is what you would feel like it's for you, meant to do. But otherwise, there's already so many people that are already doing it already, that you could just kind of guide other people towards those sources so you don't have to do it yourself. So for example, like someone like Osho already put himself out there and is teaching publicly and wrote a lot of books and had a lot of lectures, and he's basically speaking on the truth, and you could simply guide others towards that source, or the source of the Tao, for example, or the source of the Buddha. Any of these books that you read that you feel that has really helped you in life, all you gotta do is just guide people towards that source, and then right there you've already contributed a great part in helping people, and then you didn't have to put yourself into it and go public yourself, and then end up putting yourself under a lot of pressure from the outside. So it's, that's a smart way to do it. It's just guide people towards sources, because there's already a lot of people already doing the public thing, and it's not really necessary for everybody that has any sort of wisdom or education to go public, because really, if you look up on, you should look it up, it's called Falun Gong, Falun, and then space Gong. It's actually like a practice in China, and the practice is very similar to kind of like a Tai Chi. It's not really a martial art, the Falun Gong, but it's more like a way of meditation, a way of gaining peace, a way of light exercises and breathing exercises to better your health. And really, the creator, has gotten a mass following. Millions of people in China are like really benefiting from this art, and many followers, and the Chinese government doesn't like this, so they would target against people who practice this. So you could see how the government would turn against them, and it's not to that extent here in America, but you could see that it's a possibility that something like that could happen anywhere. It even comes to the extent of where they would torture some of these practitioners and burn them and even kill them just because they practice this way. And it's a sad thing. So what I mean basically is that going public, it's not necessarily a good thing. Being private can be a very positive thing, and a lot of times you could practice something and simply not even claim it. And if you don't claim it, if you don't label what you practice, you would keep it unknown, and when it's unknown, then it's hard for anybody to use it against you or try to destroy you or things of that nature. For example, say you practice the healthy way, and then you got like a six-pack, and then for some odd reason in the future, say the government said, hey, we're gonna eliminate and exterminate all healthy people, anybody with a six-pack we're gonna destroy. So in that case, it wouldn't be a good idea to walk around with your shirt off to show off your six-pack, because then they're gonna come after you. So you'd have to cover yourself up. Or if the government said, let's exterminate all martial artists, then it wouldn't be a good idea to claim yourself as a martial artist. You could keep it unknown, and there's no way that they could really prove that you know what you know. So there's a huge advantage of being private and remaining unknown. Being known and putting yourself out there publicly is not always a good thing, and this is something that you will learn from Tao as well. Very glad to hear that your brother is getting results from living a healthier lifestyle, and that you've been able to help guide him towards that path. I think that's a great thing, and you should continue to do what you're doing, and he should continue to do what he's doing as well. If there's anything that I could do to help, just let me know. And I think that just taking care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, and just on the physical level is such an important thing. Just exercising, sleeping right, eating right. Then you'll probably be height and weight proportionate. You won't be overweight or too skinny. Taking care of your hygiene. Cutting your hair and making sure it looks nice. Brushing your teeth, taking care of your skin so you don't got pimples all over your face, and just basically taking care of yourself. You physically will always make you feel better, and you will always get better responses from the people around you, and you're going to attract more people. And that's why, when I train people in Kung Fu and, my Kung Fu, a big component of it is fitness, because I think that that's just such an important component that cannot be ignored. That really just becoming healthy and fit adds so much positivity to your life. It gives you so much more energy, and just makes you look better, and just makes you more confident. Even if you don't have to know combat techniques or anything. Just getting more fit already give you a huge amount of respect from the people around you, and you'll start to respect yourself. Every time you train yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, you're doing good for yourself. And I'm about just helping people develop themselves to be better human beings in all realms. And I think that just starting off with the fitness, with the body, is just so important for us all to do, and that we've still slowly forgotten how to do that. But it came natural as when we were kids. It's natural for us to move. So as we grow, as we age, we have to just remind ourselves how important it is to move, and to basically exercise and keep our bodies healthy. Just want to end the video by saying thank you very much for taking the time to write me a message. Very much is appreciated, and it has provided me with a lot of positive energy to share, and also to continue to do what I'm doing as well. And I hope that you continue to do what you're doing to better yourself, body, mind, and spirit. And really, I see with this technology, with this internet, it has allowed us all to share and to grow together without the need of searching for masters or teachers or instructors that may charge us an enormous fee to help guide us towards a better way. Now we have, we all have easy access to a tremendous resource of information, of where there's all sorts of sages and great teachers out there that can help guide us into a better way of living. And every time you train, that's like your meditation, and that is, the way that I teach, with the YouTube. It just allows people to just create their own little dojo at home where they train themselves and take themselves to a higher level. And that's what, we should all do, is just to basically share and help each other progress and better ourselves, body, mind, and spirit.